Hello. Today I would like to talk about the placenta and the umbilical cord because lots of people, of course, are asking their questions when to cut the umbilical cord. It's always a very, very interesting thing to ask, and many people are like, for example, if they had an unassisted home birth because everything was so fast, or the baby came in the car. Many times people ask, so who cut the cord? Who cut the cord? And I can tell you right now, there's no need to cut a cord. You can just wait, and you can even wait until the umbilical cord dries out and falls off the belly button of your baby. That means that you had a Lotus birth. That means that the baby and the placenta are still connected until, in a very physiological way and process, the umbilical cord detaches from the baby. Means baby's brother or sister, the placenta, detaches from its brother or sister, the baby. The placenta is a very, very beautiful organ. I know that people, I don't know what's going on in our world, but in German, for example, it's called Nachgeburt, which is something like afterbirth. There's even some insults around it. You could use this word to insult other people, but there's really it's so fascinating. This organ is incredibly fascinating. If you clean it, if you wash away the blood, and then you look at it, at the size, at the consistency, you touch it, then you will understand, oh my God, this is what my baby touched the whole time in the belly. The placenta is made at the same time as the baby is made. It's also made out of the sperm and the egg. And it's genetically like your child. So it makes lots of sense to me personally to give this a little bit of an attention. And if you're planning a home birth, or if you go into the hospital, you have always the choice and the right to say that you would like to let at least the umbilical cord pulse until the placenta says, okay, there's no need to pump more oxygen and blood sugar as well into the baby right now. The baby can breathe by itself. It's on earth. It's with the mom. The blood sugar and the oxygen will regulate itself, and many, many, many other things as well. I can step back now. This is what the placenta actually does. It was in service of the child for all these months, and then at one point the placenta itself, in a very physiological and very individual process, says, okay, I'm gonna step back. There are umbilical cords that pulsate for 30 seconds. Some they pulsate for 5 minutes, some for 15 minutes. So why would you cut an umbilical cord that actually was still the pipeline from the placenta into the baby to support this quite stressful time of adaptation after birth? So I highly recommend to wait until the umbilical cord is not pulsating anymore, until you cut the umbilical cord. Means you detach the baby from the placenta. But you can go a little bit further even. You can just birth the placenta as well. Because often it is cut and the placenta is not born yet, right? The placenta is still to be born. But you can birth the placenta, and you can have the baby attached to the placenta. Just leave it attached for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, 4, 5 hours. There's apparently some studies around that the placenta as well has an energetic a light, like a chakra, that it's built around the placenta that can be measured with certain instruments. And after 5-6 hours, this light, this energy subsides slowly. So for me, it makes lots of sense just to let the baby be still in this kind of energy, because this is what it's used to. The baby's used to the mom and used to the placenta. So yeah, I feel this is very, very beneficial for the child. In my experience, when parents decided to don't cut the umbilical cord until it falls off naturally from the belly button of their child, the babies were very quiet, very calm. And there's many advantages, like not only this energetic advantage, there's also the advantage of, okay, nobody would come and take your baby away and do things with your child, because there's also the placenta still around. And yeah, it also just has something very sacred, that you give the placenta its honor, in a way. And if you want to do a lotus birth, that means you don't cut the cord and you wait until the umbilical cord falls off. It's called, as I said, lotus birth. That means you have to prepare the placenta a little bit. It's really not a big deal. You just wash it. Then after you put sea salt, so you salt in it, and then you can put herbs or essential oils to prevent smell. But to be very honest, even in all my births in the Philippines, where we have like high degrees and it's very hot and humid, I never had a smelling placenta. So it's really good. And after sometimes even only 2 days, it would fall off already, because the whole healing process is also very natural and easy. And yeah, it's just really not a big deal. And I feel very beneficial. If you would like to have more information about this, please write me a message, write me an email or an Instagram, or an email, yourmidwifehour@gmail.com, and then I can send you a book that is called Placenta, the Forgotten Chakra, by my friend and mentor Ibu Robin. It's a really beautiful book, and you might get inspired and plan for lotus birth for your child. That would be really great. Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope that you learned a little bit. Please don't forget to follow me here on YouTube, and just spread the word. You can look at my other videos and also at my offers that you can find on www.yourmidwifehour.com. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.